Hello everyone, the 316 Lego Maniac 316 here. I'm back with another Power Rangers Lightning Collection review on Mondays. That's right, every Monday from today for the next probably 6 weeks, I'm going to have a Lightning Collection review up every single Monday. So, today's review, we have here the Dino Thunder White Ranger. This was a Walgreens exclusive and retailed for $19.99 USD. Besides that, I think he may have been in EB Games in Canada, but all I know is that in the States he was released exclusively at Walgreens. And I want to make a few things clear when we start this. I have done a little bit of customizing. I will point those out when we get to them. But if you notice on the box art here, he's got the white on the back of his gloves, and here I have painted them in with black. So I have done that. Second thing I want to mention, this is a replacement helmet from Hasbro. They're still giving them away, so if you have this figure and you need a replacement helmet still, you can still contact customer service about a replacement helmet. They'll send you one for free, no matter how many figures you get. And I would show you what the original helmet looked like, but I actually customized it before they sent out this one, which, I didn't do too bad a job, but it's kind of messy. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look at the figure here. And I gotta say, I think they really did a good job with this figure. There are a few things I find problematic with it, but otherwise, I love this thing. This figure's great. I have seen them pop up in stores, Walgreens stores recently. So, if you're by a Walgreens, you don't have this figure, you want to get it, go look in there. They probably have it. It used to be online only, but like I said, I've been to a few Walgreens. I have seen them pop up in stores. So, I want to start off with the accessories. So, hand-wise, he was going to fall over. Oop, there goes Trent. Anyway, he gets two holding hands, one for each side, left and right. Again, I painted these myself. It's a little sloppy on camera, but it's not that bad. And then on his left hand, he gets a very similar hand to Dino Thunder Red, where it's partially open. And then his last hand is actually on the figure. I'm going to go ahead and pop that off of him. I should probably use a hairdryer when popping off these hands, but I haven't had a break yet, so probably jinxed myself. I'm filming a lot of reviews today, so anyway, his last holding hand is like a writing hand, where you go to write with like a pen or pencil. So yeah, it's not easy to fit his quill in there. Anyway, his last two accessories, you of course get his weapon, the quill. Now I will note on the box art, you can see back there is the ink on it, but on here it's not painted. Honestly, not a big deal, not something I care about. And just like Dino Thunder Red, it's missing the the triangles painted on here, but they did leave the molding in, so if you did want to paint that yourself, feel free. So like I said though, getting this hand to hold his weapon is kind of difficult because the pointer finger and the thumb are connected, so you kind of just have to shove that in there, but that would lead to paint chipping, and yeah, it does not want to go down any further. So you're either stuck with it, like this, or you can just kind of jam it in there and get lucky. One last thing, this does not come in an unextended form. This is the extended form. So in the show, this whole section from here up would push down. But there you go. There's his little quill he can write with, and his effect piece, which is very nice, but it's not how it worked exactly in the show. It's a bunch of arrows. If I could get a good view there. As you can see, it's got like 5 arrows in there. All you got to do, though, is at the bottom here, there's a little gap, and then you just feed that through. And it holds it mostly, but it's very heavy, and the figure can't hold it sometimes. Getting him to hold it for that image was a bit difficult. But yeah, there's all your accessories, except one, which is the civilian head for Trent. And this looks exactly like the actor. Like this is probably one of the best heads they've done early on in the line. Very nice head sculpt. Looks great. Like, just just spot on. There's nothing to complain about here. It's just really good. And let's go ahead and take a look at the figure. So the figure itself, as far as I can tell, is basically all new molds. So obviously Dino Thunder Red wasn't out at this point, so all the hand molds were new. These boots are definitely new, and the upper torso and the like, what would you call this, shield armor piece, that's all new. Everything else, obviously the head is new, but that's for every figure. But everything else is probably something we've seen, except the belt, of course. This is a lot like the Dino Fury belts. So like if you want to get that one pack from Amazon that has the belt in there, you could customize it to look like this. Haven't seen anyone do that yet. Don't think I will, but just looking at the profile of this figure, this is great. There's just looks great, you know. Nothing much to say here. Now, I'm going to point out the customized bits. So like I said, I did the hands here. This was a lot more curved. I just filled that out so it was more triangular to match up with here. And then on the box here, you can see that on the figure it's white, but on the box they're black. So the underside is white, so I painted those in. Actually, I didn't paint did I paint these in? No. Okay, so they did, Hasbro painted over these up here, but they didn't paint over these ones down here. So this one I did. Okay. I kind of forgot they painted those in. I thought I did that. Good job, Hasbro. So, but I do have a few complaints with this figure. When you look at the render on the box art here, sorry about that. If you look at the render here on the box art, you can see that the pattern goes all the way to the front of his legs, which is show accurate. But on this figure here, it doesn't go out all the way. It's very thin, and it just doesn't really capture what I see when I watch the show. It's okay on the arms. The arms aren't too bad, you know. At least it's still there. My last nitpick with this figure is, you know, we have this. Obviously, this white is painted, but that's not the nitpick. So you can see how that goes into like a spike. But then you get down here, and then this doesn't go down; it goes up. So when you pull up on that, you can see it goes up, not down, which it shouldn't do that. I mean, unless they were making it so that when you pull back on it, it had spikes on it. But no, these spikes are clearly going up and not down, which they should be. And that just looks very strange. On the back, it's okay. Even when you pull up, it kind of works, but it's still very curved and looks strange. And then we got his shielding up here, which it's good. It's a little sloppy, but nothing that would really stick out. Like, you can mainly see it over here where there's just an extra little bit. The back looks okay. And then we got the helmet, which was replaced, like I said, but much, much better. Mine still is misprinted because the eyes are not lined up on the top here for the, you know, not Tyranno, the Drago. Anyway, so I'm going to take the head off, and unlike, you know, Dragon Shield back there, you can actually just pop that off. So what it is, there's just a little peg on the back here, and there's a little hole in the back there, and it holds it pretty well. You kind of have to like push it in there for a minute, but putting that in there and then putting on the civilian head, I'll do that off camera, make it a little easier for myself. Yeah, there you go. And there's him with the civilian head on. Looks really good. Just, yeah, just really does a good job of portraying the character and the actor. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some articulation. So the only difference with articulation between this and a standard Lightning Collection figure is in the head, because it has the backing here on the shield. It can't really look back too far without popping forward. It can look down just fine, not a big issue. It can look left and right, but again, it really molds the plastic here, so it's probably not a good idea to do that. And it does tilt, no problem there. And of course, because the shield is here, it's hard for the butterfly joint to move. But you can do it. It's not impossible. But it does kind of puff them up. So be careful with that. You don't want to warp this plastic. Anyway, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. So let's go ahead and start out with the other two Dino Thunder team members. We got red and we got blue. I would take them out of their poses, but this is how I display them. So yeah, they're all pretty much the exact same height. Nothing, unusual. They look really good together though. Hope to see yellow come soon. If the leak's to be believed, she'll be, I think it's wave 12. Because they just revealed wave 11 today. Today was Hasbro PulseCon. Trying to fit them back here so they don't fall over. Come on, Blue. You weren't having this issue when I just picked you up. Come on, stay. Come on, Ethan. Just stay. Don't lean forward. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. He was being uncooperative. Okay, and then last size comparison I want to do with the other Walgreens exclusive, which is Dragon Shield Black Ranger. And these guys look great together. Obviously, they're not, they never met, but, these are both Walgreens exclusives. I thought I'd do a size comparison of that. Anyway, I think that wraps up this review other than the box. So the box, back in the day, they did, for exclusives, they colored the boxes to either the store or the color of the Rangers. So as you saw with his review a few months ago, his was in a black box, and his is also in like a grayish, whitish box. It's not perfectly white. It's a bit gray on the front, but like really dark on the back. So it's still your standard traditional box, just not in white. And I wish they would go back to this. It's really nice. And there's the legalese. But yeah, I think that concludes this review now. Thank you guys for watching. Again, every Monday I'm going to have a review up of a Lightning Collection figure, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.